All right, guys, welcome back to another video. It's your man, Jay Will. So I've worked with PapaGo in the past. I've got several of their cameras, and I've also got their tire pressure sensor that I had for my SRT8 on my 300. Now, with that being said, this is the new GoSafe S37 dash cam. Now, this one can take up to 128 gig card. A lot of dash cams can't take very big SD cards, but this one definitely does. Now, another unique thing about this one, it has a Sony sensor inside, the Sony Exmor actually, and it's supposed to give you ultra clear pictures. So I'm going to get this open here. Now, this does have the driver safety features inside. Before I get that open, I want to show you here. So you get a 2-inch LCD display. It's got the G sensor, obviously. It's got motion detection, and it has a 140-degree wide-angle camera on this one. You can record in 1080p or 720p. Either one will be fine. You've got auto bump for your files to copy. That's pretty cool. You can take snapshots, just like any other dash cam. But I think one of the most important things about this one is it's got that 128 gig card that it can take. And again, some of my other cameras can only take up like to a 32 or a 64. And this one has GPS. It's GPS ready. It's got driver assistance, so if you fall asleep, my other PapaGo camera has the same thing. So if you fall asleep or something like that, I like how compact this is. Oh yeah, that's looking pretty hot right there. My other camera, when you fall asleep, it'll tell you, hey, it'll play a noise like to tell you to wake up. And with all PapaGo cameras, in most situations, they give you an SD card. And in this case, let me see what they gave me. I gotta get my glasses, folks. My apologies. They put in here a 8 gig card, which is really nice, but I won't use that because I'm gonna put 128 in there. And then you get the standard super long cable that you get. I like this because they know that you're gonna hide the cables and run the wires. And I like that they give you a separate piece. Some of the kits that come now, you have to have just a proprietary where you can't like take it apart, and so it's easier to run the cables on this one. So if I didn't want to use this and I wanted to hardwire this cable, I could do it. So this is what you get in the box, and what I'm going to do actually is I'm going to power this on right here in my office and go through the menus real fast. So let me grab a cable here. Let's see here. Since it's mini, I'll just use this cable to power it. So 1 second. All right, so I got some power to it, as you can see. And we'll peel off a little thing here. I like that theirs has the setup menus like this. So this is, as you can see here, there's an OK button, 2 arrows, and then a record button there. So I'm going to press OK. And then I'm going to set the date here. And we are in, make sure this is the right one. Yes, right one. We're in April. And it is April the 6th. We'll set it. And then we'll do time here, which is 1. I'll do 13 since it's in that, and I'll change it later. All right. All right, that's fine. And so here we are, we're in. So again, I don't have an SD card or anything in it like that yet, but this is kind of how it's going to be right here. This is actually pretty cool. So this will latch onto the front and mount up. So it's got the little Exmor symbol right on the front too, to let you know. But on the top here, you can do audio, video out, and that's if you're going to do a rear camera too. And then you've got your SD card up there as well. And if you're going to do GPS, you'll go through this slot right here more than likely. So quality on here, just looking at it, looks pretty cool. So if I wanted to hit record, let's go. Okay, so I hit this button right here and it goes to the settings. Let's see if there's anything else in the settings here. Media card enough. Okay, well, it wants me to put in a media card. Nonetheless, let's go for a ride, folks. We're gonna take it for a ride and see how it does. And I'll put a media card in there, but don't forget to take this front one off. But this is really nice that they're using a Sony sensor. Really feeling it. So, dash cam's cool and everything, but the best part about it is you need to take it for a ride. You have protection in your car from crazy people on the road. That's really what the dash cam is for. In most cases, it's not so much for you, it's for the other drivers. Because some people get crazy on the road. This just goes in like this, and then you can have it sit just like that. You can position it however you want. This is a really small dash cam. Plug it here. This is a really small dash cam, and I like it, man. My current dash cam in one of my 300 is kind of a different setup than this. It's like this, but it attaches directly to. It doesn't have this suction cup mount. But there's a PapaGo camera. I still use the PapaGo camera. As a matter of fact, the other version of their PapaGo camera is in the charger right now. So I'm going to replace that with this and put this one up. And I like that they upgraded. These are kind of the newer suction cups. Some of the suction cups nowadays are breaking really easy, and I'm glad that they got this version in there to have it in there for better suction, because it'll slip off, it'll fall off. But you'll notice that a lot of dash cams now giving this like dome-like suction cup. So there you have it. I am going to get this installed in the charger. I've already got the cables ran from the other one, so no need to really run the new wires, to be honest. But unless it's a different tip on there, then I will run the new wires. But other than that, this is a great setup from PapaGo, and I can't wait to test out this camera in night and day shots. So I will get that going. So let's do it. All right, guys. So here's some day footage, and I'll show you the night footage in a bit. But what I've noticed about this camera compared to some of my other dash cams, the quality. Now today is a very gloomy day. It's raining. It's about 40 degrees. And, you know, this is a time where you probably would need to have a dash cam for situations. But what I've noticed with this camera compared to some of my other cameras, even though this one has a really good sensor, in these low light settings or at the nighttime footage, what you'll notice is that the quality is not as crisp as I thought it was going to be. But nonetheless, this is what it looks like. And it's not bad. It's just not as sharp as I thought it was going to be. But it is nice. It's really clear. And, you know, you be the judge on whether or not you think the footage is good or not. I think it's actually definitely acceptable. I mean, it's a dash cam, and I think it looks pretty good. But I'll show you some night footage now, and you tell me what you think about the night footage, and I'll explain how I feel about it too. All right, so when it comes to the night footage, as you can see, there's a huge glare with every light on the road. And I haven't experienced this, and it could be something in the settings, but I didn't tweak anything. I just peeled off all the stickers, put it in the car like I do most dash cams that I have, and then I just, you know, load them up and start using them. And it's weird. I compared it to my previous PapaGo dash cam, the one that was in the car prior, and that one seemed to, you know, perform just a hair better for some reason at night. I think just the overall period in the daytime and the nighttime. This new one is really solid. It'll work, as you can see how the footage looks here. It's not the best quality from what I've seen, because I have a ton of dash cams. I have dash cams in every car, and multiple in some cars. And this dash cam is not the worst, but it's definitely not the best. And that's just my settings. Now, if I find out that there's something in the settings, again, that's just my opinion, but if I find out there's something in the settings that I can tweak, and adjust and make it look a little bit more crisp, because you see right here, it doesn't look too bad. You know, as this truck is turning, it doesn't look too bad, but it seems like when there's a lot of light, like look at all those car lights. In other dash cams, you can kind of make it out and it's not so bright, but nonetheless, you know, the quality of the camera is definitely doable. It's a dash cam. It'll save you in a time of need. If there's an accident, if there's something, you will be good to go with this dash cam. Like most dash cams, you don't need 1080p, you don't need 720p. You just need to have it on video. So it's your man Jay Will. Hope you enjoyed PapaGo S37, the new GoSafe. I'll see you in the next video. Take care.